All right, let's go over the Zoll defibrillator. So these are the two types of Zolls that we have here in Southern Illinois, okay? So this is the ALS model, and then this is the Plus model, okay? So there's just an extra step in the Plus to get it into the defibrillator mode. So as you can kind of even just see with the screen, we've got more buttons right now than we do over here, okay? So on here, everything's color coded kind of to be in a group. So you got gray is for monitoring, red is for defibrillation, green is for pacing. Okay, we've got our battery and charging indicators up top. So this lets us know that our battery is fully charged. If it was yellow, it would mean it was charging. Green lets us know our Zoll is plugged in. We've got a red X here. This is where our self-test indicator is at. So what we want is a green check mark there. So the defibrillators run a self-test. We want the green check mark that lets us know that it's functioning correctly. We have a red X, so we would not want to use this in a real life situation. So if you do have a red X on your defibrillator, you would not want to use that. You would want to grab another one, okay? And same kind of over here. So let's turn this guy on. So I want to show on the Plus. So on the Plus, it automatically goes into AED. So it's going to provide you with the prompts. It's going to let you know when there's a shockable rhythm. It's going to charge. It's going to tell you to provide a shock, do all of that for you. Now, if we want to go into a manual defibrillation mode, we're going to hit this soft key that says manual mode. We are going to confirm manual mode. And then as you can see, our screen just kind of lit up and kind of looks similar to the ALS model. Okay, so let's turn this guy into monitoring too. So in the monitoring mode, here under, so we've got lead. So this will let us change what lead we're looking at our ECG rhythm in. We can change the size. We can make it bigger or smaller up here. We can suspend our alarm. So we've got the bell with the X, so that means our alarm is suspended. If I push this button, give it a second. Ooh, we've got that. Let's silence that. I'm gonna hit that. Recorder, so your machine will start recording whenever we deliver a shock or whenever we have a critical event, like a heart rate alarm. So we got a heart rate of 0, it started recording with that alarm going off. Otherwise, we always want to make sure we get a strip during our code. So you may need to hit the recorder button to get a copy of your rhythm, and then you would just hit it again to stop printing. Otherwise, it'll just continue to print until it runs out of paper. Okay. Moving on to some of the soft keys down here. So we have our code marker button, and I kind of like this one. I think it's cool. So your code marker is like your recorder during a code. So as you can see, we've got all these options for CPR, epi, intubation. And as you push these buttons, you would always have to go back code marker. So then let's say we intubated. Now we're going to give an epi, code marker. Let's see, we got more going on. Let's say I gave some adenosine, things like that. So it records the date and time that you push those buttons. So at the end of your event, you can hit your recorder button and it'll print out a debrief summary of every time you pushed an action button under that code marker and with the date and time that you did those things, okay? A couple other things, purple dashboard up here. This is your CPR dashboard, okay? So we've got an idle timer. So anytime that we stop compressions, don't even initiate compressions, it's going to start a timer for us. If we were giving compressions right now, we would see our depth of how deep we're going. We would see our rate with how many compressions per minute we're providing. The release would be filling up with a solid lavender. So that's letting us know that we're giving complete recoil off the chest. And then this is our perfusion performance indicator. This as well would fill up with a solid lavender. So that's letting us know that we are perfusing in continuously. The more we take breaks or stop off the chest, this will turn to a solid black like it is right now. We have our ECG rhythm, and then we have our filtered rhythm. So the filtered is to provide, so as you can see, well, if we were providing compressions, we would be seeing way bigger waveform, and then this would be showing our filtered, excuse me, that would be showing us our filtered underlining rhythm. So this is to kind of help us prevent interruptions with compressions, okay? So obviously we would still want to assess our patients and make sure what's going on. But this would let us know, okay, I'm providing compressions, but underlining I'm in V-fib, we need to shock this patient. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. Let's see, other things though, defibrillator, your energy select, this will change your joules, okay, up and down, your energy. Analyze, to analyze your rhythm, make sure that we do have a shockable rhythm. Always wanna remember what are our two shockable rhythms, V-fib, pulseless V-tach. Charge, this will illuminate bright orange. When we're ready to shock, make sure we say all clear, make sure nobody's touching anything, and then we push that button, get immediately back on the chest. Pacing, if we ever want to pace, we just got to go down. As you can see, I went down and the drawer flipped open. Here you would just go down to pacing. Now turn on. There you go.